What's going on, everybody? Vipergts and moreinfo.com. It's dinner time, so I took out these two Lithuanians from storage. So this is the number 1 Lithuanian and the number 8. And I don't really know what's in either, so we're just going to go ahead and start with number 1, I guess, just because it's first on the list. And along with this cool new ration, I've got this nice, slightly used 1942. You can see that, 1942 USA TACU company mess kit. These were used primarily, World War II. I think they went back to the 30s, and something similar was actually also used in the Vietnam, Korea time. So it did take a lot of cleaning to get this thing shined up. It didn't come with utensils, and it appears to be missing that little D-ring that was in there. But other than that, great shape. And if you guys can see it, I'm not sure you can, but this belonged to somebody named Gilbert, and he scratched his name into the bottom of the pan here. So thanks to Gilbert for whatever he did, and for his mess kit. Let's have some food. Alright, so the Lithuanians do have this center top tear notch, no peelable seal. So let's rip it open and check out our contents. We opened it up and there's this white box in there. It came with our main, which did translate to a pork with rice. I'll send a picture of that. Okay, so we opened up our pack here, and inside there was this big white box with this instruction sheet, which actually does have a good amount of it is in English, so that's helpful. It's just instructions on how to use the FRH, which is right down here. It's a nice double pack. It's got a nice double heater there, so that should work out nice. And I did translate the main. It is a pork with rice dish, and I'll put up a picture of that translation. Inside the pack was also this skinny little Ziploc bag. It's got this nice pack of wood blue tip matches, 3 fuel tabs. Pretty flimsy spoon. As you can see, there's already a chunk missing out of it. A little zip tie there, and a moist towelette, lemon scented. Then in the bottom of the bag was this little foldable heater. We have the famous tank treads, or panzer treads, whatever you want to call them. It's basically a hardtack biscuit, but I've heard that these things are like concrete, so hopefully my teeth can take that. And then a small little pack of almonds here. The back is clear too, so you can totally tell what's in it, so that's kind of a helpful feature. And there was another small Ziploc which contained our small chocolate bar, some strawberry jam, 12-gram pack of sugar, golden Ceylon black tea, and then a vitamin C drink, lemon flavor. So I got our FRH going here with the main in there, a little bit of water. This thing's working like a charm. Let's move on to our crackers and jam. I'm going to save that chocolate for a little bit later, make up our drink, and get these almonds out. So our drink does look pretty crystallized in there. It does call for 600 mils, which does roughly translate to 20 US ounces. So I've got a big European style beer glass here, because we all know that in Europe you get 20 ounce beer, while in the US you only get a 16 ounce pint. So good for you, Europe. But here we go. Let's use our cracked spoon and get this thing stirred a little bit. It's very thick and chunky. Probably gonna have some floaters on this thing. Might have to let it sit for a minute. Main's still going strong. Pop out our almonds here. Nice pack. They look to be raw almonds, no salt that I can tell of. Let me give it a taste here. Yeah, raw almonds, light roast, no salt. Time for the panzer treads. Oh boy. Yeah, and that is a thick cracker. Oh man. Wow. That's about the densest cracker I've had yet in an MRE. Might need to soak that in something. My God. Now I see what you guys are talking about. Give this a stir. Open up our jam. Nice color to that. Oh boy. These crackers hurt your teeth. Woo! There's something else in here. I'm tasting like possibly caraway or maybe some rye seed or something. Not too sure. Let me take a quick look. Yeah, there's caraway seeds in there. Okay. Try to focus so you guys can see that. Yeah, slight caraway flavor to it. I'm not the biggest fan of caraway or rye bread for that matter. But actually, these crackers do have flavor, which is good. where the Russian ones typically don't, but they're not nearly as dense as this. But I guess it's a good source of carbs for the guys in the field. So the drink did reconstitute all the way, and it's got a very lemon lime style Gatorade, slightly salty Gatorade type flavor. Not too bad. I mean, it's not overly salty like that Spanish thing I had. That was pretty horrible. But yeah, pretty standard Gatorade. I did what I could on the almonds and crackers. The jam was really good. Crackers are a bit tough. But like again, they do have flavor, which is, you know, miles ahead of the Russian biscuits and also the US MRE crackers. So let's get that out of the way and then get our main over here. Should be good to go. It's been about 10 minutes, and the tray itself is actually hot, so that's a good sign. Alright, and if you did notice, the Lithuanians do not have any type of tear notch anywhere on it. So let's pull out one of our knives here. Smells pretty good. And once again, this is pork with rice. Get a little close-up shot for you guys. Good amount of rice in there. Let's chop it up a little bit. And I did just have that product of Lithuania in the last review I did. That small Russian ration had the steamed pork, and this has a very similar flavor to that. So, I mean, hopefully it's about the same thing, because that was great. I mean, that came from Art and Nina, and this ration might have actually come from them as well. Their sticker wasn't on it, but I wouldn't doubt if they had their hands in getting this to the US. And it's the same thing. It's awesome. It has that same sausage flavor as that canned one that came with the Russian, but this does have a little more consistency with the rice. Tad oily, and once again, the texture is kind of on the squishy side, but the flavor more than makes up for it. See if I can grab a good bite for you to show you guys here. The rice is clumped together a little bit, but the pork has that nice sausage flavor, so I can't complain. It tastes great. And this one didn't come with any type of salt or pepper, but once again, it doesn't really need it. It's actually seasoned exactly like it should be. I did split this up into 2 portion sides here, and I am trying to break up some of this crazy hard cracker to throw in there. I don't know if this is going to be a good thing or not. Hopefully get some moisture on there. Might help them out a little bit, but it will add some needed texture to the pork dish, because it is, like I said, kind of on the squishy, soft side. And it's fatty and oily, which is expected, just like the one in the Russian. Now, just to go back to that last video, Art did confirm that the Russians do not contain that item. That was just added by him and Nina to kind of make the ration whole, so that was nice of them to do that. And those guys are from MREinfo.com, yes, but they also have their store, which is foreignmre.com. Alright, let's try it with the cracker in there. Oh, man. They're still rough. They might need a second to rehydrate a little bit, so I'll give that a minute. So I polished off the side that didn't have the crackers in it, and this side's been sitting for about 5 minutes. That's got the cracker in it, so let's see if they rehydrated even a little bit. Nope, still concrete. Oh well. Let's move on to some tea and some chocolate. I'm going to go ahead with 6 ounces again. And add a little bit of sugar. And this is Greenfield. That's a UK company. I'm not sure where they're based out of, but it is a UK company. Dessert time. So let's open up our chocolate. It feels like it might be 2 bars. It seems kind of separated in the middle there. So maybe we got 2 in here. Oh yeah, nice, we do. Not sure if you guys can quite read that. Looks like it says Ruta, or R-U-T-A. I'm not really sure how to pronounce that. Looks like a mid-dark chocolate. Says it was established in 1913, so this is an old company. Nice crack. Yeah, it's a medium dark, probably 60% or so. Maybe even a touch less. It's kind of got a milk chocolate flavor to it as well as the dark. I'm not usually a big fan of the real dark ones, but this one's pretty good. And let's try our Greenfield Tea. Oh, nice strong black tea. Very nice. Alright guys, that wraps it up for the Lithuanian #1. I didn't really get you a date code on this one. Let me see if it's on the bag here. Yeah, I don't see a date code, but I don't imagine it being much older than 2018 because I did get this pretty recently. Looks like it does expire in 2020. So yeah, this is probably 17, 18, somewhere around there. But a great meal. The main was excellent, pork was great, and the chocolate is a nice end of the meal. See you guys later. Okay, so that's it for Lithuania #1. Nice pork dish with rice, great chocolate. The only real complaint was those biscuits. Those were pretty rough. I mean, almonds, I wish there was a bit of salt to them. I'm not a big fan of raw almonds, but I see the point. You know, they're good for you, good with protein. And so yeah, Lithuania #1. And Amazon was about 5 minutes late because I did get some presents. So no more Minion plates. Sorry guys. But I'll still bring it out once in a while. See you later.